Hello and welcome to my raw edit of the week. I'm Kyle from Kyle Fitzgerald Photography, and here's my final image right here. And like the other week, my editing was running a little long, so I just made a video to recap everything I did. So we're going to start right at the very beginning here. Here is the unedited raw file. So the first thing I did was I opened that up in Camera Raw, and I did an auto white balance and just an auto exposure and everything. I liked how it brightened it up. It kind of smoothed out the skin, and then I also increased the sharpening to 40. And that was pretty much it in Camera Raw. Left it pretty standard. So then I just made a copy of that layer so I could get down to editing. And the first thing when I saw this picture, I really wanted to do a black and white image, maybe something a little grungy. So I started off doing some black and white. So first off, I desaturated. I added a little curves to give it some pop, and let's see, I can show you those step by step as well. So first of all, desaturated, added some pop with the curves, flattened it with the levels a little bit, just to give it a flatter feel. So I just brought the levels in, and then I made it come back with a high pass layer, and then brought it all the way back with some more levels. Just did an auto adjustment to bring it all back. So that was my black and white, and then I thought the hair was a little light on this side, so I did some dodging, some burning actually, and then I copied everything to a new layer, and I got rid of these under the eyes. I thought it was a little dark, so I worked on that just with some cloning tool, and then lowered the opacity on this layer so that I could get rid of, oh there it is, that layer, so I could get rid of those dark circles under the eyes. And then I fixed up that little bit under that eye too. I thought that was a little dark, so I got rid of that, and then merged all those to a new layer. And then I also did a little more darkening. I did some contrast so that hair would be a little darker on that side as well. And then I wanted to add the grunge, so I added one of my free textures. This is as an overlay at 100%. You can see it at normal. 100%, of course, I have a layer mask on it, so it's not over her face as much. And you can see I had it on overlay, but if you do the different just different types of layers, it will do different effects. So hard light, pin light, and you can get some really cool effects just doing that, messing around with that. That kind of gives it a burn feel. Hard mix, so lots of fun stuff you can do with that, and then just lowering the opacity as well if it looks kind of weird. So I'm going to go back to overlay how I had it, and then I added another layer, the exact same, just to give it some boost. And then like I said, I got rid of the texture on the face, and then I added over this color fill so I would have the same kind of color over the face. But like I was saying, I was going for black and white, so I desaturated the textures, got it all back down to black and white. Then I did some dodge and burn on the face to bring out the face more, and then I merged all that to a new layer. And after that I did a high pass filter and merged all those to a new layer. And then I also softened it a little bit. I also did some blemish removal around the face, so got rid of some of those blemishes. You can see there. And then I just did, let's see here, I just brought in my original black and white image, and I just kind of softened the background, made the texture not as strong, and then made the face pop just a little bit more. So that would be my final image. And then also I thought about leaving it as just kind of a sepia tone, I guess a little more bronze, but in the end I wanted to stick with the black and white. I like how her face pops out. I kind of like the grungy texture. So I think it turned out pretty good. So that's my raw edit for the week. Thanks for stopping by.